Okay, not how I wanted to make this video either, but the only way that I'm going to be able to get more organized is if I start organizing, and I just gotta do it in a video. So I think this video is gonna be about why I'm depressed and how I got that way and how it's manifested itself in my life. Gonna give some quick bullet points, just a beginning of a basis of something. So life was fine. I was a person, I was a young little kid, baby, whatever, and it was fine. I had friends and I was cool. My only probably issue as a teenager was my dad. You know, daddy issues. They don't know how to love you. My dad hasn't said that he's loved me for like years. He doesn't hug me. It sucks. But so, okay, that was typical teen problems, arguing about my room and respecting him or doing whatever. And then in school, I did kind of bad in high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And then junior year, I signed up for auto body and I fell in love with it. And I realized I wanted to work on cars, and it was really fun and cool, and I felt excited that I was going to do something because I was really good at it, and it was fun. So at 18 is when everything started to go to fucking shit. Like 6 months after I graduated, my mom died of cancer. It was obviously really hard for me. She was my best friend in the whole world, but I wasn't old enough to appreciate it, and so my mom had cancer my whole life. She got it when I was 3, so when people would talk about how cancer is a killer and, once you get it, you're dead or whatever, it just didn't register as that to me because I saw my mom be so strong and so brave. She had breast cancer. She got it in 1997, and then I think after like 6 years or something, or after a couple years, it went into remission, and she didn't have it for a really long time. And then it came back in 2006 as bone and liver cancer. And from 2006 to 2012, she fought it hard as fuck. She fought hard as fuck, and she never let it show that she was struggling, even though I can't imagine what she was going through because I was a stupid idiot kid. Oh, fuck. And, so, like, 2012. So I had no, concept that my mom was sick, as stupid as it sounds. It's 2012, I remember it was summer. And was at Warped Tour with my best friend Carly. We were chilling, and I looked at her and I was like, "Hey, dude, just be honest with me. Like, it's not gonna hurt my feelings, but do you think that I'm ignorant to how sick my mom is?" And she said, "No offense, Hannah, but yeah." And I was like, sick, like, and that was like the first time that I ever like consciously thought to myself, my mom has cancer, and my mom has cancer. And that was like in July of 2012, and then okay, so I'm gonna be more detailed. Okay, so right after Warped Tour, like the day after Warped Tour, the day after I had that realization, I went to a German auto show car thing in Columbus with my friend Kamyar, and when we got back, I mean, we were gone for like 2 days, which is like the longest I've ever been away from home, but at that point, when I got back and I had had all these life thoughts about, you know, my mom, and I missed home. Hadn't been home for 2 days, and on the way back from Columbus, we stopped at Grandpa's fucking cheese barn, and I bought her chocolate covered pretzels because I knew they were her favorite. And I came in and I went up to her room and I said hi, and she was just not acting right. She just wasn't acting right. And I was like, Mom, you have to go to the hospital. And so she didn't want to go, and I was like, you gotta go. And she was like, okay. We went to the hospital. We went to the hospital, and ever since from that day on, July 15th or 16th or something, to like September 16th, July to September, 3 months or whatever shit, my mom just had a huge decline, and it was the fucking end. And I had just started to grasp that she could even be sick, you know, and fuck. Then next thing I know, we have a hospice bed in her bedroom, and she has cancer. She has cancer, and then September 16th, she fucking fell and broke her wrist. She had to go to the hospice facility to take care of her, and she put her on a lot of drugs, and she was out of it. And then September 18th was her birthday, and I brought her flowers. And a little cake. And she never woke up. And on September 23rd, she passed away. Something I forgot to mention makes it just that much harder. Around this time, me and my dad were fighting super fucking heavy. He was scared and sad, and he took it out on me. Remember one day we were upstairs, and there's like this bathroom that has 2 doors that like connected my room to their room. And he was just screaming at me. And my mom was in her hospice bed, and I'm in my room, and he's in the middle, and he's just screaming at me, and he's just like, about my room or something, you know, and he's just like, look what you're doing to her, look what you're doing to your mom, like, this is why she's sick, because you. My mom is in her bed, screaming at him and begging him to stop screaming. So the day before she broke her wrist, the night she broke her wrist, I was at my friend Kelly's house. I didn't want to be home because I hated my dad. My mom called me, and I didn't answer. And she called me another time, and I didn't fucking answer. And it was the call that she had broken her wrist and she was going to the hospital, and I didn't answer it because I was being a fucking bitch. this point I was 18 and I had 3 jobs. I worked at Subway, a gas station, and I had a Subway and a gas station. I lied, I hadn't had 3 jobs at this point. But it was hard working those 2 jobs. I was working like 70 hours a week. And I remember one day before September 16th, she like asked me, I was like, I'm going to work, and she was like, well, will you get me a sandwich? And I was like, I'm not going there today. I was mean. I don't know why, because I was scared. I didn't want to face it. And she made a sad, like, oh, okay, face it, me. And I'm gonna regret that for the rest of my life. And I never fucking got her that stupid idiot sandwich. Because I'm a piece of shit. And I didn't visit her in the hospital, in the hospice in the last week as much as I should have. I should have just been there. I should have just been there, but I wasn't. And I was just avoiding it, and I was going to work and pretending that was important, and that's what I needed to do. And my mom didn't say anything because she never wanted it, her cancer to affect me. She knew I was whatevering, and just sad stuff you don't know until you know. Oh, fuck. This is a video, alright. LOL, I'm depressed. So, my mom's last night on this earth, I was at a boy's house. A boy who I've really cared about in my lifetime, but should have been with my fucking mom. And the next day, I woke up and I went to the mall with my best friend, Brittany. And we were sitting there eating chicken. My dad called me and told me she was gone. Oh, fuck. And I was relieved that she was gone, because it was like no more waiting until it happened. It happened. And I was gonna miss her so fucking much. Oh, fuck. And then, okay, I miss my mom because she died, and it wasn't cool, and that hurt a lot. Frick. So, at this point, I'm 18, and I've been graduated for 6 months. Haven't been able to find a job in auto body because despite the fact that I was top of my class, was the treasurer, never missed a day, shops just wouldn't hire me and give me a chance because I'm a girl, and I don't want to play that fucking card, but that was the card. So I was still working at a gas station, Subway, and at the gas station, so my mom died at the end of September. Like October. Shit, we're getting into some real fucking tea right now. In October, was working at the gas station, and this boy came in, and he liked me, and I liked him, and stuff and things happened. I'm gonna make a video more in detail about this, but fast forward 6 months, and I'm in love with him. Never loved someone like I loved him. But just like the other thing, just like appreciating people before they fucking die, you just don't know what you have until you fucking lost. My mom had just died, and was I even a person? No. So got my first job in that January. So my mom died in September. I got my first job opportunity in January at a shop, and I was a painter's apprentice, and it was a great job, and I worked for a great painter, and I learned a lot. And I was hired in with the understanding that I was going to replace their current prepper, because like he was being a piece of shit, and that after I, because I didn't know shit, but like after I got good and was able to replace him, like I would replace him, and I would get a raise, and that was the plan. And after 8 months, I was better than him. I tried harder than him. I'm not bragging, I'm not lying, it was just the fact, okay? And every Friday I would go to my boss and I'd say, what do I do? What do I gotta do? Like, I'm trying to get this raise, dude. This is when gas was like $4.50 a gallon, and I was driving 30 miles each way to go to this fucking job. And I was making $8.50 an hour. $8.50 an hour being a prepper. And the other kid who I'm trying to replace was making $13 an hour, $13.50 or some shit. And he didn't deserve it, and like I deserved it. And regardless of whether he deserved it or not, I deserved it. And I would go to my boss every Friday and say, what do I got to do to replace Junior, my dude? And he'd be like, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. And after 8 months of that, or 6, 7 months of that, it's Warped Tour again. And I had, at this point, I had gone to Warped Tour every year since I was 13. And this is the first year that my mom wasn't alive. And I needed to go. And I told him I needed to go, and my boss told me if I didn't come to work on the day that he would fire me, and I made the choice, and I got fired. And I thought I was so good at what I did, that it would be easy for me to get another job. And then it wasn't. And I had to get another job, so I got a job at Chipotle. And when I started there, like, I didn't give a fuck about Chipotle. I'd literally never eaten there at this point, and like, it wasn't so much Chipotle as it was the embarrassment and shame that I finally thought this job was the opportunity. Like, I thought I was finally in my career. Little did I fucking know. And to take that step back and have to fucking work in food again, it hurt my ego heavy, dude. It hurt my confidence. But so I worked at Chipotle, dating this boy, got caught up in some things that I shouldn't get caught up in. That's for another video. Point of the story is, after a year or something, some cheating happened, and me and this boy broke up. And more on this fucking later, but we broke up, and I thought that we would just pick up right where we left off, and we just needed a couple of months to chill the frick out. But there was someone else, and 3 weeks after we broke up, they started dating, and it's been like 3 or 4 fucking years since then. I've lost track of time. And they're still together. And I'm happy for him. But I just can't. After all that him and I have been through, not even during that period, because that period we were fucking shitty, but... Oh, I'm just digressing, but... Thinking that I'm never going to be able to find someone that I can connect with sucks. And so that happened. After that all blew up, I quit Chipotle, and I fucking got an opportunity at this great shop. I worked there for a year. It was the first job I'd ever had for over a year. And then all this dumbass fucking shit happened because men in the industry are fucked. And I'm not saying that I wasn't responsible for like 5% of it, but like, bruh. Okay, so more on that later. But so basically over the past 6 years, it's just been a slow downward decline of confidence and self-esteem and self-worth because I'm not treated right in my industry, and I'm not getting the validation or opportunity that I deserve for how much I love what I fucking do. I don't have a mom to talk to. Oh, and because I work in cars, all of the people that I've been surrounded by for the past 6 years have been men, usually older men, so literally isolated as fuck. And like, and like, all of my friends are guys because cars and just, you know, where do I meet girls? Where do I fucking meet girls? I don't know. I had 3 best friends in high school, and you wouldn't need any more friends than these friends, okay? Brittany, Carly, and Monica. They were just the greatest friends. And Carly and me are still great friends to this day, but she moved for college when we turned 18, and Brittany moved for college when we turned 18, and Monica, well, you know, more details ahead, but Monica told Evan that I was cheating on him, which I don't blame her now or whatever, but it wasn't cool back then, so we haven't been friends for a while. We're actually friends now. I hung out with her last night, which was really great, but, you know, I have no girlfriends, so I've had only guy friends, and that's isolating, and it's like, who do you talk to about stuff? Who do you talk to about boys? And my best friend is a boy, and our relationship has become unhealthy, and like, how do you fucking tell someone that you can't be their friend anymore? It's in order to grow as a person. I don't freaking know. So, that's a lot of my depression up until this point. I'm still fighting to try to make some goddamn fucking money and be appreciated for what the fuck I do. Yeah, my mom's dead. And there's 2 more points, and then this is gonna be over. Me and my dad have had a very difficult relationship, obviously, and he's 72 now. He's losing it. He's losing it, and it scares me. And I love him, but I do resent him for a lot of the things that he's never said sorry for, and a lot of the things that he's done, but I know I have to take care of him because he's the only person that I have left in this world, and I'm the only person that he has left in this world. It's a lot of strain, and that's hard, and I want to make it. I want to make it so that I can I just want to make it so I can take care of him. Because he's taken care of me in the ways that he could take care of me. He's done a great job. I just want to make him proud. Okay, so that's the one thing that makes me want to die on a daily basis. And then the other thing is a lot of terrible things have happened to me sexually, being attractive is hard, and it comes with its own set of issues. People look at you and they just get this idea of who you are and what you're about. And, you know, I got tattoos because I like tattoos. Had I known that they would mark me as some type of sexual deviant, I would have never got them. But I can't take them back, and the way people see you is how they treat you, and that shit's real. It's fucking real, and I'm gonna make a video more on that later. But so a lot of bad things have happened to me over my time as a girl, to the point that I'm scared of men. I don't hate them, but I'm scared of them, and I don't want to be hurt anymore. And so, in the past couple of years, you know, when I was younger and more confident and hadn't been hurt as much, being hot was empowering, and I felt sexy and proud and took pride in myself. And now I don't even like looking people in the eyes, because what if they, am I asking for it? Am I asking for it? And this ties into my work validation life shit as well. Like, my one boss at that one company, I went to him because some guy was being weird to me, and he looked at me and he said, "Hannah, you're an attractive girl in a man-dominated industry. What do you expect?" As if it was my fault for just being me, for just looking like me, dude. I can't help it. So, you know, if I make myself look nice, I'm asking for something. I had it coming. I am some way. So I just didn't want to be hurt anymore, and I just kind of like fell off the dating plane, and I stopped wearing makeup, and I cut off my hair, and that, oh god, a video about that. And I got ugly. Basically, I gained 15 pounds, and I don't know, I cut off my hair, and I got fucking badass, fucking terrible skin, bad as fuck skin, and I hate myself now. I hate the way I look. I hate what I've become, and I want to be a fully functioning human. And I know the way that you look don't matter, but it do. And so I've just gotten really scared and timid of people, and I just don't know how to look people in the eyes. I don't know how to be confident. I don't know how to love myself. And I need to work on it. So this channel is gonna be me organizing my dumb idiot thoughts and sharing them, because maybe people could feel a little bit better about themselves after watching how fucked up I am. Once again, watching, okay, it's 2 videos that really fucking just flipped my brain on being depressed. Oh, that's another thing really quick. Okay, so being depressed for the past 6 years, you just get numb, and you stop noticing that life is fucking real, and you stop taking anything seriously. I didn't take myself seriously. I didn't take my job seriously. I don't take being alive seriously. It's just you get so numb and sad, and it's like nothing matters, and you don't even realize that you're thinking that nothing matters, and you're just apathetic and sad, and I don't want to do that. But so the 2 videos that really were just the catalyst for my awakening, I'm going to be forever thankful for them, are the Being Ugly My Experience video by a channel called Never Give Up. I don't know his name, but that video really touched me, and I can't even begin to understand what his experience has been, but I do know that the world is very shallow, and people do treat you different based on the way you look, and it's not fair. And trying to find oneself with all these external things is just fucked. And then the second video I saw was Just James, 31-year-old, forever alone and virgin, and he just talks about being alone and how his experiences up until that point have made him, he was like that, and now he wants to change. And I know I'm not a 31-year-old forever alone virgin or whatever, but I was becoming one. And I just watching that video was like looking in a mirror, and I was like, frick, I gotta get my life together because I turned 25 in 8 days and it's not gonna be funny anymore. And I got a lot of work to do on myself. And James's amazingly honest videos, brave videos, just made me, oh, and then third video that made me fucking also, sorry, I'm not retarded, but Jenna, I'm not retarded. Retarded is a bad word, and I'm sorry I said it. Jenna Marbles posted a video about her plants. Jenna Marbles is thriving. She is fucking thriving. She is a queen. And I want that for myself, because I know I can do it if I just stop wallowing in the self-pity and sadness. And this is, I think, a pretty decently good start to figuring out what the fuck I'm doing. So I just got home from work early. I left because I freaked out, and I'm gonna try to clean my car. It's disgustingly terrible, but I'm depressed. And I'm gonna try to do a couple of more things. And yeah, hopefully I can keep making these videos to keep myself accountable for the things that I want and need to do. Maybe I won't have to heal myself. Just kidding. All right. Later.